Welcome back to the Toyota-Napa Auto Parts Bonus Challenge. While we were away, we had a pass for the lead. Patrick Long, now your leader.
Mike, let's take a look back and see how Patrick Long got this lead. You see him on the inside of David Mayhew. When they go into this right-hander, he's able to take that lead over easily.
An experienced road racer, Patrick Long. Again, a winner earlier this year at Portland and the defending champion of this race. Patrick Long's got a little damage there on that right front.
He sure does. Now, I don't know if that's going to cause a tire rub or not. It looks like maybe when that car goes into a left-hand turn, when the pressure gets over on the right side, that tire could rub.
Well, that's all you need here, a flat tire, when you got a car running as strong as Patrick Long's. There's Jim Engelbright and Paulie Haraka. Engelbright holding off the youngster who's a student at Duke University this fall, and combining that with a little racing.
Yeah, he actually made his nationwide debut at Montreal just a few weeks ago. Had a good car with Scott Ivey off the racetrack. That more than likely will bring out a full course yellow just off the racing surface. There it is. Caution flag is out.
This is great news for a number of drivers. It's going to bunch up the field now. Everybody's got fuel. May be the biggest advantage for Greg Pursley. We'll see when we come back. Patrick Long, David Mayhew, Moses Smith, the top three. Well, we have all the scenes set for a great finish here. 10 laps remain. Patrick Long, the leader. But really now this is going to be kind of a shootout with this field bunched up.
It sure is. Now, Patrick Long has been shown a lot of muscle here this race. Certainly Greg Pursley has too. Now he's going to restart this race back in the 9th position. There's a shot at him now.
You're right. That caution was a huge break for Greg Pursley, who's had a strong car all day, and now he has the leader at least in sight as you see everybody 3 wide here.
Paulie Haraka makes it 3 wide to get by his teammate Moses Smith. Greg Pursley was back there making it 3 wide also.
Yeah, Pursley making some move. There's a car that goes off course just a bit.
The 22 of Jonathan Gomez off the racetrack.
But Jonathan Gomez right back on, but again, he kicked some of that gravel onto the racetrack, which is really tough on tires if you happen to hit it.
There's Troy Ermish to 38. We saw him for a moment. There's a pretty decent run going.
Look at Haraka now in 3rd place here.
Pursley makes the move to the inside, trying to get another position there for about 6th.
Greg Pursley on the move. Led most of the early going in this race.
Contact.
Oh, Darrell Hart turns around. Pursley gets by.
How about Eric Holmes, our point leader, gets turned around?
Holmes is able to get it straight and is headed in the right direction, but not so Darrell Hart, the Canadian.
Inside of 10 laps to go and our point leader gets turned around. He will probably fall all the way back to about 15th or 16th.
Tell you what, the car that's been on the move has been Eric Curran. He has been bolting his way up through the field along with Greg Pursley. But Patrick Long still looks like the car to beat here.
Now David Mayhew continues to run in the 2nd position. Good news for him. David Mayhew's 2nd points coming into this race. Eric Holmes, our point leader, just got turned around, lost about 10 positions.
And don't count out Paulie Haraka. I still like him as the dark horse to win this race. He finished 2nd here 1 year ago and has top 5s in the other 2 road races this season. But the leader right now is Patrick Long, David Mayhew, and Paulie Haraka, 1, 2, and 3. Patrick Long has driven a heck of a race today, and also give a lot of credit to David Mayhew. He has hung right in there.
Sure has. Right now, Patrick Long has probably the biggest lead he's enjoyed this entire race. Good battle for 4th. Now, Greg Pursley making his way up to battle with Jim Engelbright for 4th. Ooh, Engelbright gets a little bit out of shape.
How good has Pursley been today? And had a huge mistake in the pits with that catch can getting caught on the car. He's got a little damage on the right rear, but he is moving towards the front.
How about Eric Curran now? The 25 car gets by Moses Smith for position.
Both of those cars built by Bill McAnally Racing.
Pursley takes over that 4th spot from Engelbright. There's Eric Curran, the 25. He's going to look to the inside of Engelbright. They make a little bit of contact right there.
He wheel hopped it a little bit on the rumble strip there, and I do think he got into Jim Engelbright. Englebright's having to come down pit road.
I think he has a flat tire. I think that contact may have flattened the tire for Englebright. Tough break inside of 5 or 6 laps to go.
Some aggressive driving on the part of Eric Curran, who has had a great day today. It was a tough start to the day for Eric Curran, who's here running the Grand Am race as well. For more on the 25 car, here's Derek.
Well, with 5 laps to go, you really have to give it to Eric Curran. He started dead last because of an engine change in the beginning of the day. He came in, he had a problem with the right rear tire. He was able to get that fixed, came back up through the field again, and now he's running 5th with just 5 laps to go.
What a great recovery by Eric Curran. There's Moses Smith right now, just outside of the top 5.
But you know, like on a half mile, if you have to go to the back and it's a 150-mile race, it's really tough. But on this long road course, sometimes starting at the back, it's a little easier if you have a great car to make it to the front.
Well, it sure is. And you get a full course yellow like Greg Persley got just a few laps ago. If not for that full course yellow, Greg Persley would not be in contention here for a good finish like he is.
Well, we talked about all the problems that Persley has had all year. Problems again today, but it looks like he's been able to overcome this one. And look, there's a little damage on that 25 car. He's bumped some people to get out of the way.
Yeah, when you have these tight corners like you have here, there's going to be some contact. We saw the contact between Curran and Englebright. There's Paulie Haraka. He's made a nice recovery. Remember, he was one of our first lead lap cars to come down pit road very early in this race.
And Greg Persley continues to make his way towards the front.
Eric Curran sideways off of that corner with a right rear tire hung out in the gravel.
How hard is he driving that race car right now? Veteran road course racer Eric Curran.
They've spread out a little bit now. Patrick Long has a good bit of lead over David Mayhew, and David Mayhew has a little bit of a lead over Paulie Haraka right now. Paulie's in 3rd.
Paulie Haraka finished 2nd here a year ago. It's been amazing what this young driver's been able to do. The Rookie of the Year in this series last season. He's had a pretty good year this year.
There was a difference. That was Patrick Long. There's David Mayhew. Paulie Haraka now looking to the inside of Mayhew. Mayhew is slow on the racetrack.
This is for 2nd place, and Haraka's going to blow by him. I think Mayhew may have a flat tire.
Flat right rear tire on David Mayhew, and they just went by the entrance to pit road. He's going to have to go all the way around this racetrack with a flat tire.
That is 3 miles around this racetrack. And it is going to cost David Mayhew any chance at victory as you see that tire flat.
What a tough break for David Mayhew. And what looked like it was going to be a bad point day for Eric Holmes, more than likely in just a few moments, he will go by David Mayhew to get that position.
Well, it's not easy, as you saw, to hang on to that race car when that tire goes.
Right now, Patrick Long has his probably the biggest lead of the entire race. Paulie Haraka now into 2nd, and here comes Persley in 3rd.
How about Greg Persley, who's come all the way up through the field, now in 3rd with his sights set on that 12 Toyota. Haraka, one of 5 cars built by Bill McAnally Racing that are here running this race today.
The 4th place car right now of Eric Curran is another one of Bill McAnally's car. He is really hanging that thing out. Eric Curran is all the way around this racetrack.
Well, if you've been patient most of the day in this race, you're patient no longer. Time to get down to it. And that's just what Greg Persley is doing. Wouldn't it be something if Greg Persley able to make his way to the front after all the trouble that he's had?
He's had a great recovery to get back to the 3rd position. You see him slide sideways a little bit off of that right-hander.
Well, a lot of these cars starting to slide around now through the turns. Despite this being a great Goodyear tire, they're getting a little worn right now. And there's Mayhew. Look at that right tire. It's shredded.
Yeah, all these flat tires now are not an indictment on Goodyear, certainly. You have a lot of gravel on the racetrack. There's a lot of debris that you can run over. Most of these guys up front elected not to change tires. There's the 14 car going by David Mayhew, Travis Milburn. Just now, David Mayhew has made his way to pit road.
No, you have to feel for him because it cost him so much time to make the 3 laps around. 4 laps remain. Patrick Long, Paulie Haraka running 1st and 2nd. Some big drama starting to develop here in the closing laps. Look at Paulie Haraka. He has caught our leader, Patrick Long.
We saw what a big lead Patrick Long had. Now Greg Pursley looks to the inside. Ooh, a flat tire for Patrick Long.
Right front is down on Patrick Long. He's dominated all day today, and here in the closing laps, disaster strikes.
And he will not be able to overcome this. Again, same situation as David Mayhew, all the way around the racetrack with a flat tire. Right now, Paulie Haraka has inherited a lead with Greg Pursley close behind.
Could this be the day for the youngster, Paulie Haraka? Greg Pursley, who has a dominating race car early in the day.
Paulie goes way wide there, opens up the door for Pursley. Pursley takes the lead.
And a new leader, Greg Pursley, has made his way all the way back up to the front. And Pursley now can really smell it all here at Miller Motorsports Park.
How about Eric Curran in the 25 car? Now he's going to pull right up to the back bumper of Paulie Haraka in a battle for second.
Again, you see that damage on Curran's car, but this guy has been driving, as we've seen, very aggressive here late in the race. It'll be interesting to see if Paulie Haraka is able to hold him off.
What a comeback, though, by Greg Pursley. From a pit road penalty, had to come back in to remove the catch can, back to the lead here inside of 2 or 3 laps to go.
And as I said earlier, you know, we don't really pull for one driver over the other, but you've got to feel for what has happened to Greg Pursley this season. So much heartbreak, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and today he's overcome trouble to come back and take the lead late.
Well, we saw Patrick Long have problems late, so we're not going to give it to him yet. He's going to have to get these next 2 or 3 laps in the books.
Don't count out that white 25 car of Eric Curran.
What a nice job he's done from the back of the pack. We've documented the fact that he lost an engine, had to start from the very rear of the pack. 2 laps to go.
For Greg Pursley, his best finish this year has been a 3rd place at Phoenix, 4th in this race 1 year ago.
Made his Camping World Truck Series debut earlier this year at Iowa with a great top 10 finish. We're going to see him in a Camping World Truck here in a couple weeks in Las Vegas.
And well deserved that he moves up to that series and tries to show what he can do. Won 2 poles this year, and there is Patrick Long, who I think just pulled his car off this racetrack to avoid a caution coming out.
Yeah, with that flat right front tire, you know that thing was dragging everything in the front suspension, so Patrick probably felt like it was better to pull that car off the racetrack instead of grinding all the front suspension off trying to get back to pit road.
He was the defending champion of this race, and really, I thought, had the car to beat here today.